Good news, everybody. There won't be any more 4-hour AEW shows going forward. Yay! Welcome back, everybody, to this AEW review. Today I'm going to be doing Collision. So, there's not a whole lot for me to talk about. I'm just going to be going over some of the bigger stuff I enjoyed. And also, when it comes to AEW reviews, I don't really do everything in order. I just talk about whatever, and it seems to be fine. It seems no one seems to complain about that. So let's just get on with it. So the only things I will be doing in order is the thing that opens and the thing that closes. Everything else will just be completely random. So, we do open up the show with Jon Moxley. He takes on AR Fox in a fine opener. I don't know much about this AR Fox to really care about the dude, but you see, this is one of the things I actually do appreciate AEW doing slightly, is that I wish that WWE would do this a bit more often, and that is actually have their top stars wrestle. I'm not saying they should wrestle every single show, but I'm just saying they should be wrestling more consistently. Like we see Jon Moxley wrestle quite a fair bit. Sometimes we see Kenny Omega wrestling quite a fair bit. Toni Storm, wrestles not all the time, but she was very active. She has been very active when she was champion, and when she is champion. And, just in general, I just think WWE should be doing this a bit more often, like with Rhea Ripley, Gunther, and, John Cena, I get, but for someone like Rhea Ripley, Gunther, and all that, like, they should be wrestling, way more than they should be. Because one thing I don't really like is how Triple H just always has them, like, not really wrestling every week. Like, we don't see CM Punk wrestle every show. I'm not saying they should be wrestling every single week, but I'm just saying, like, they should wrestle just more often, basically. But that doesn't seem to be the routine they want, and I think that's the, they're trying to treat every single wrestler as a special attraction, but, I don't know, I just don't agree with that. I don't think every wrestler should be a special attraction, or every top wrestler anyway. Like, people like Cody Rhodes should be wrestling more. Gunther should be wrestling more. Rhea Ripley, especially Rhea Ripley, should be wrestling more, and all that stuff. Becky, Bayley, just have it happen more often, is all I'm trying to say. AEW do it quite a fair bit. The only person I don't really see AEW doing that much with is Mercedes. Mercedes is probably like one of the only people I can think of off the top of my head that AEW doesn't have wrestle on Dynamite or Collision. Like, she's like a rare case that she'll wrestle on maybe like a Dynamite or a Collision. But majority of the time she'll just be cutting promos. Toni Storm's promo I thought was very good. What she talked about Mercedes and all that, and it was a really good segment. The crowd were into it. They booed every time Toni would mention what Mercedes is doing, like with the winning titles and all that stuff. Toni Storm tells Mercedes that she isn't like every other those mother effers, which was funny. Yeah, she's not like any other mother effer that she has wrestled. And, yeah, cool line there. And she tells Mercedes that she's going to have to kill her at All In to take her title. I have to say, this match is probably going to be miles better than the shit show Mercedes had with Britt Baker, that's for damn sure. The Swerve Strickland Shane Taylor match was alright. Don't really have a whole lot to say there. I think at All In we're probably going to be getting like Young Bucks versus Will Ospreay and Swerve. Willow Nightingale, Mark Briscoe, and Hologram, who kind of reminds me of Axiom from WWE television, and all that. They defeated the Maximum Male Models, well, MXM is what they're called, but I just call them that because it's easy, because it's obviously who they are. Mansoor and Mason Madden. Is Taya Valkyrie now a part of this faction? Because she was with Deonna Purrazzo. And it sounds like John Morrison and Taya Valkyrie are now with the Maximum Male Models. So I guess whatever Deonna's tag team with Taya Valkyrie was called is no more. And I kind of wish they used Deonna Purrazzo more, if I'm being completely honest. Like, Deonna Purrazzo is someone they should be using more often. You know? I know they can't use everyone, but, you know, I think Deonna should be someone they should be using. So, the babyfaces get the win. Chris Statlander was shown backstage, and I have to say, I think that interviewer they have is very cute, the blonde one. Not Renee Young, the other one. Obviously, we all know Renee Young is attractive, but the other blonde with the long hair who interviewed Chris Statlander, I don't know her name. But, yeah, I find her pretty cute. Yeah, so Chris Statlander lashes out at the interviewer for constantly bringing up Willow, because, you know, Chris Statlander and Willow have, like, this connection. Like, they're either friends or sometimes they're enemies. And if I gotta be completely honest with you, I've seen a few complaints about Chris Statlander joining the Death Riders, and I don't, like, obviously, people are saying it because they don't like the Death Riders, obviously, but honestly, this is the best decision they can do with Chris Statlander, because Wheeler Yuta tried to talk sense into Chris Statlander, and then Chris Statlander, like, shoved him out of the way, and then she turned around and then she bumped into Jon Moxley. She also dropped her phone, and she was shaking in fear, you know, concerned about what Moxley is going to do to her. But Moxley picks up her phone, and then he pretty much says, "Don't let anyone tell you what they think of you." And then he hands the phone back to her and then just spares her. Honestly, if I'm going to be completely honest with all of you, I'm actually all for this. I'm actually all for Chris Statlander joining the Death Riders, because what the hell does Marina Shafir do for the Death Riders? Like, what does she really do, really? Like, Marina Shafir, all she does is stand outside. All she does is stand outside and looks like a tough girl, you know? She just stands outside, like, acting all tough, like the, I'm a tough girl kind of person. That's all she really does. She doesn't wrestle, as far as I know. So, why not just replace Marina Shafir with Chris Statlander? And I think this is a good decision on Tony Khan's part, because at least they will have someone that can actually cause some carnage and is someone that actually wrestles. And it gets Chris away from Willow. So when I saw people upset about this, I'm like, why are people upset about this? This gets Chris Statlander away from Willow, and it gives her something different to do. And again, the only reason why people don't like it is because they don't like the Death Riders. Because a lot of people don't like the Death Riders storyline, which I'm not one of them. I don't think the Death Riders are as bad as what people are trying to say. But yeah, I think this is a good thing. It gives her something new to do. It refreshes her character, and it gets her away from Willow Nightingale. So I hope they do have Statlander join the Death Riders. It would be a nice change of pace for Chris, and it would get her away from Willow. I'm not the biggest Willow Nightingale fan myself. I'm not the biggest fan of her myself. Chris Statlander, I'm not very big on Chris Statlander either, but at least I can understand, from a certain degree, that it is annoying that she is strongly connected with Willow. It reminded me a lot of Sasha Banks and Bayley, where, Sasha Banks and Bayley were always connected. During their time on Raw in 2016, 2017, 2018, where they were, always together in tag team matches, and then through 2019, 2020, 2021 pandemic, and again, they were always together. So, it's because WWE just symbolized Sasha Banks and Bayley's careers, together. It's they're saying, they are nothing when, they're better together than they are apart, basically. That's what WWE always tried to say. Sasha and Bayley were always better together than if they were ever a part of each other. If they were ever separated, you would see that their careers are completely how their careers go. But I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I would probably get kind of tired of being connected with the same person after a while as well. So I think they should definitely go down this path and have Chris Statlander turn heel and join up with the Death Riders. And also get Marina Shafir away. And also get Marina Shafir out of there as well, because at least, Chris Statlander could actually do something, unlike Marina. Marina just barely ever wrestles. Kota Ibushi returns, and he ends up helping Kenny Omega fight off Okada. Kota Ibushi, I do remember this guy. I do remember he did appear in the Cruiserweight Classic that one time, and I thought it was really cool to see him. I thought it was really cool to see him again. So I think Omega and Ibushi were a tag team at one point. I think they were. I remember hearing stories about them being a tag team. But, I think that was really cool when I saw that. And, another round of the Don Callis family feuding with Paragon and Daniel Garcia. But it's different this time, because FTR are now a part of the match. I understand why these two teams are constantly fighting each other. I get it. I get why these two teams are constantly fighting each other. Because of the fact Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, not Kyle Fletcher, sorry. There's two wrestlers in AEW named Kyle. Because Adam Cole and Kyle Fletcher are feuding over the TNT titles. So, in a way, I can understand why these two teams are fighting each other. But I do gotta be honest, I'm not a fan of seeing these two teams constantly fight each other every few weeks, because it feels like every show I've reviewed, it seems like these two teams, these two factions are fighting each other. When it comes to Daniel Garcia, he's a guy that fans just for some reason don't like, and some people seem to think that, Tony Khan likes the guy and, favors him and all that. And I'm just and when I hear people say that, it kind of makes me go, so what if he does? So what if he does? Vince had his favorites. Roman, Charlotte, Brock. Triple H has his favorites. Rhea, Io, Cody, Jay, Gunther, Even if that is the reason, who cares? Who cares? Every boss has their favorites. Every company's boss have their favorite wrestlers. Even if it is true that Daniel Garcia is favored by Tony Khan backstage. It doesn't matter. Every other boss, no one says that about, that's not entirely true. People said that about Rhea Ripley. That Triple H is biased towards her and all that stuff. People didn't like Vince favoring Roman and Charlotte and Brock. So, again, I don't see the issue if Tony Khan does like the guy. If he likes the guy, great. Who cares? Who the hell cares if he likes the guy or not? Like, why does it matter to you? Like, even if you don't like the guy, that's fine, but does that mean you have to say Tony Khan's biased towards this guy? I don't think that's really fair. Then you should be saying that about Triple H when he favors Gunther and everybody else. Double standards, guys. Double standards, please. But that's not how the world works. One company has to be complained about while the other one has to get praised, even if both companies have really big problems. Like, both problems with AEW and WWE is the booking of their women's divisions, and definitely certain other things. There's definitely some problems there with AEW as well. But yeah, that's really all I can really say. The Don Callis family won again, and Roddy Strong seems to be the guy that gets pinned every time they lose. I've said it before, and I've said it again. I kind of hope Kyle Fletcher wins the TNT title from Adam Cole. I'm not against Adam Cole putting Kyle Fletcher over. And I think having Adam Cole put over a young talent like Kyle Fletcher on a big stage, like All In, would be a big deal. It would be a big deal to him. It would be a big deal. And it would really make Kyle Fletcher a future megastar. And that's why I say it's important for the younger talents to get big wins at bigger when the time is right and when on the bigger stage. And I feel like Kyle Fletcher really needs that win against Adam Cole at All In. But even if he doesn't win, while I would be disappointed, but I do hope the match turns out to be really, really good. That's really all I ask for. And the last thing we will talk about is the main event match with the women, the All-Star 8-Woman Tag match. We had the babyface team of Thunder Rosa and Ty J, Anna Jay and Ty Mello, and Queen Abinata take on Ring of Honor Women's World Champion Athena, Megan Bayne, Penelope Ford, and Tequila. I think I might have actually pronounced their names correctly for once. But, Jesus, look, I want Athena on AEW TV more than as well. Like, obviously, I've never been Athena's biggest fan, but I will say she definitely does need to be on AEW TV. I am so sick of her as the Ring of Honor champion, man. Like, she's been the champion for 900 days now. Is there seriously nobody on their roster that Tony Khan can literally give the Ring of Honor title to? Is there literally nobody else? It seems like Thunder Rosa is on the hunt for the title. Then give the title to Thunder. Give the title to Rosa. Have Rosa be the person that beats Athena. Does Athena really need to still be the Ring of Honor champion at this point? There's nothing left that this woman can do with that title. Get that damn thing off her. Get that damn thing off her. It seems like for a while they were teasing that Billy Starks chick was gonna be the one to beat Athena, and she didn't. So I don't understand why they're taking so long with taking the title off of Athena. I really don't understand why Tony Khan's taking so long to take the damn belt off her. This ain't like Roman Reigns. This ain't like Roman Reigns where I got so sick of him that I really wanted him to lose so badly. This isn't the same as when I got tired of Roman Reigns being champion. Like, Athena just... Athena's the champion of another brand, and she signed at AEW. She signed at AEW. She's been on Ring of Honor for so long, and she's been the champion for so long. Like, AEW's women's division and Ring of Honor's women's division are like one in the same. They're like one division. It's not like you could have, like, they're like all merged as one big division. Right? They're like one big division, right? They're all shared together. Like, Layla Gray was on AEW, and, you know, sometimes she's on AEW, but sometimes she's on Ring of Honor, and all that. But, man, I just don't understand why they just don't take the title off Athena. Like, do they think that if they take the title off her? What, does Tony Khan think that if he takes the title off Athena, she's gonna run the WWE? Is that what he thinks? Like, he can't take the title off her because if she does, then her contract might expire and then she'll go to WWE? Is that why he's doing it? Keeping the belt on her just to make sure she doesn't sign over with WWE? I don't understand that. I don't think Athena has shown any interest in returning to the company. I don't think she's shown any interest. I know WWE are interested. I know WWE are interested in bringing her back, but that doesn't mean she's interested. Just because WWE are interested in bringing her back doesn't mean she's interested. But yeah, like, I just wish they'd get that damn belt off her. Anyway, I've been ranting more about Athena being the Ring of Honor champion than talking about the match itself. The match itself was actually good. And I know I shouldn't be comparing a Queen Emanata to her, but Jesus, she just looks so much like Alicia Fox. I know I shouldn't be comparing her to someone as shitty and garbage as Alicia Fox, but she just looks like her. The blonde hair, when when Alicia Fox used to have blonde hair, and the attire she wears, they just have a lot of similarities. But one is actually somewhat of a decent wrestler. Like, the thing is with Queen Emanata, I'm a little bit confused. I know Julia Hart is a heel now. But when I think Julia Hart was a babyface briefly, and I know she had like a little mini feud with Queen Emanata, and all that. Like, I'm kind of confused with Queen Emanata. Like, I don't know if she's a babyface or if she's a heel. Like, 1 week she seems to be a heel, then the next week she seems to be a babyface. Or a few weeks she's a babyface, and then a few weeks she's a heel. So I don't really know what they're doing with her. Like, pick a side with her. But if they can't pick a side for her, then that must mean she's a tweener. But, Red Velvet, the Ring of Honor TV Women's Champion, or whatever belt she has. I think it's I think they said television. The Ring of Honor Television Champion ended up helping Athena defeat the babyface team. Athena pinned Thunder Rosa after smacking her with the title across her back. And Athena, Megan Bayne, Penelope Ford, and Tequila walked away with the victory. With the victory there. So, yeah, that's really it about AEW Collision. I thought it was a fine show. I thought the show was fine. Again, I don't have a strong connection with every single wrestler, so it does sound like I am being a little bit fair. Like, I'm not gonna say garbage show because, you know, barely anybody I knew or I have strong connections with. But outside of the people I do have strong connections with, like Mox, Tony, and maybe outside of a few names I know, like Adam Cole, Carl Fletcher, you know, just the people I recognize. The people I recognize and I know very well more. To me, they're the people I pay attention to, the people I like. I pay attention to the people I care about more than the people I don't really care about, so that's the thing, so that's the important thing. So, those are my thoughts on AEW Collision. And I'll see you guys next time. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe.